I certainly appreciate the efforts that have gone into creating a public-private partnership. My reservation in signing the pledge was that I had committed very early on in this campaign that I would not sign any pledges. I certainly agree with it in principle. I just want to ensure that it is a true public and private partnership, that everyone is putting up money, sufficient money, and that the city is using that money from the fund as to the best advantage of the citizens.
Is an issue of moving forward, knowing that that through the EDF there's public money there. So, are you concerned with getting a commitment from the business community that it would continue to contribute on its side?
Yeah. I want to make sure that that's clear, and I have told everyone, publicly that I expect it to be a true public and private partnership. I think just observing it more and paying more attention to it. And I have indicated that in my administration we'll have an Office of Contractual Compliance. And I will have a staff member dedicated to letting DBEs know about programs that are available, and also making sure that DBEs, when contracts are let and that their services are going to be used, that it is truly a disadvantaged business.
Okay. And someone within that office would, I guess, go through the vetting to make sure that the DBEs truly were DBEs, that a woman-owned business is truly a woman-owned business?
Yes. Okay. And that they're actually doing the work and being used. The first thing, of course, is to let the business community know that New Orleans is open for business, that we welcome them. We can certainly make City Hall more customer friendly and business friendly. I've proposed doing a central permitting office, which will hopefully alleviate some of the lag time between applying for a license and permits, business permits, and getting them. But the other thing is, what I've been saying is, we hear candidates talking about attracting Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 companies here. I think the way that we jumpstart our economy is working with the existing businesses that we have. New Orleans is a city of small businesses and entrepreneurs, and I would like to see the administration work more closely with those businesses to develop them.
Another candidate mentioned that same thing today. So you believe in growing from within?
Yeah, they stole my idea. No, in all seriousness, we had, 12,000 small businesses before Katrina, and about 80% of them have not returned. And we do know that if you create a small business and one job, you have a good possibility of creating 7 jobs, and it grows from there. I think that's the way to go, to support the people we have here. Right now, you can go to safety and permits for 1 permit, fire department for another permit, and you have everybody issuing their little fiefdom for permits. It's very possible to do one office that issues the permits, making sure that the guidelines and rules are followed, and it's just easier. It's almost like, why didn't we think of this before? Why didn't we do it before? Certainly it's been thought of. We have to brand the city of New Orleans and encourage people to do it. I know there was a program, I guess 2 Christmases ago, where people were encouraged, and the French Quarter vendors, they made an all-out effort to get people to shop there. That was a wonderful idea. And there were stores I had never heard of in the French Quarter. Wonderful opportunity to visit. Magazine does a great job. So I think when these efforts are promoted by the city, and when we work with those vendors along those avenues, people will shop here. But we also have to remember that we need to bring big stores here. We need the big box stores. If you want to shop at a mall in New Orleans, Canal Place is your only option. And certainly in this economic time, not everyone can afford Saks. So we need to have smaller stores, and people will be very comfortable shopping. We shouldn't have to go, I live in Algiers, but I still have to go to Oakwood in Jefferson Parish for anything that I don't find on Magazine Street or in the French Quarter. Oak Street is growing. And people want to shop locally. They want to shop within the city's limits. The people in New Orleans East, they've come back. They want to be in their homes. They want their neighborhoods to grow. In order for the community to get better, first of all, we have to tackle the issue of crime. And we have to work with the neighborhoods and the neighborhood associations. They've been doing phenomenal work. They care about their communities. And I think once we understand New Orleans East is thriving, crime is under control, people will drive there. It's not that far. It's closer than Jefferson Parish, but we have to make sure that there are good neighborhoods there and people feel safe shopping. I think New Orleans East certainly needs some economic growth. A hospital, restaurants, retail services, but we still have areas in downtown New Orleans that's ripe for big box stores. Algiers. $460-something million. We don't have to pick and choose between tourism and any other industry. Right now we have tourism, the oil and gas industry, which are primary in New Orleans. But we have a wonderful opportunity at this point to develop our music industry, the film industry, and to go out and to seek other sources. I think New Orleans East, again, people are looking for recreational and family types of activities. I'm not in favor of the Inspector General doing a pre-screening. I understand the duties of his office, and I respect that, but I also respect that the charter provides for the mayor to award professional services contracts. And this is where the citizens become very important, to look carefully at our records, look at our resumes, look at our history and what we've done and the things we've stood for. And I believe that when citizens are comfortable with their elected mayor, then they're comfortable that you're not going to do anything untoward regarding city's contracts. And I have worked in this community, served the citizens of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana with honesty and integrity. I'm not going in to offer contracts for personal gain or as a payoff for any political consideration or help. I want to take a tough stand on that and make sure that any dollars we're spending, it's because it's needed and that the work is really being done. New Orleans is certainly a great city. People want to, we have so many young people that are here for various reasons, for school, people who've come to continue to help with the revitalization of our city. People want to be here. They want to help New Orleans. Once we establish this professional, clean image that we want businesses here, the mayor can go out as an ambassador and get businesses here. And it's going to take a lot of work because the economy is depressed everywhere. But we've done better than most places with the bad times for our economy. I would like to establish a task force to look at coordinating all the agencies and departments that deal with public works, Department of Streets, Public Works, Sanitation, everybody that's involved with it, and to study the best way to do it. The biggest challenge, of course, is going to be the billions of dollars that it takes to bring us up to what we deserve at this period in time.
Feel the money.
But I want to study it.
Do you think the money's there, or is it a matter of prioritizing, or would you have to seek new sources via taxes?
Certainly seeking new sources.